Hello everyone and welcome to another exclusive interview. Today we are having with us Advocate Swarup Sarkar, who is a men's rights activist and the co-founder of Save Family Foundation and Men's Welfare Trust. So today's topic of discussion will be why there is a need of having a men's rights commission in our country. So let's see what he has to say about this. So hello Mr. Swarup Sarkar and welcome to
Hello.
Foreman and thank you so much for joining us. So, this discussion is mainly on a very important issue, or we can say a topic which is rarely discussed, and that is men's rights. Because we always see that there is some kind of forums or some of the other forums which mainly, try to help the women and children, but there is rarely any forum yet which is, actually helping the men, because we always think that men do not feel any kind of pain, so they do not need any kind of protection. So my first question to you will be, we have women's rights cell or women's rights commission in our country, but there is no men's rights commission in our country, and that is really something which is shocking, we can say, but that is acceptable by the people. So what do you have to say about this?
We have commissions and protection for trees, forest, but unfortunately, in India, there is no recognitions of men suffering and pain, and also the lawmakers, especially political parties, they taken men as a granted their vote bank. Many people say me, Swarup was a biggest feminist in the college. And that's why you can see many people term me Swarup as a ex-feminist, not as a men right activist. So I know both the coin. I have seen how people suffer in village, in cities, in metros, as well as all over the world. I think more than 9 countries I have seen. The problem is there is a very big misandry, male hatred, systematically injected in the mind of a child, and also the masculinity. A man cannot cry. Basically, man has been treated as a protector and provider of the country, of the society, of the family. Now, we are in 21st century or 22nd century. With the time, the suffering of women has been documented. A lot of literature studies has been done. Whereas, as I say, my eyes open the day I saw the National Crime Bureau report. If you see 1990 onwards, the suicide of the men, married especially, are increasing trend. In 2020 data, the suicide of married men is 73,000, married woman is 28,000. You ask anyone, I am telling, nobody knows this. So definitely, with the time, woman has liberated it from their traditional role, their workload, whereas men had been burdened with more responsibilities, more financial responsibilities, as well as their livelihood has been made more difficult, which I say always. In our constitution, there is a Article 21, life and liberty of a person. Please mind it, the word has used person, not man, woman. In Article 14, every citizen should be protected under law. The word has been used, citizen. Unfortunately, 1980 onwards, our lawmakers, that section Article 15.3.3, where it says the government and state can make a provision for woman and child. The word has been used provision, not the law. Provision means you give them to educate, you give them the job habit, but in front of law, everybody should be equal. And Article 41, dignity, life and liberty should be everyone. Unfortunately, lawmakers mistook that word provision to making the law, violating Article 14, Article 21. And this issue, unfortunately, as you say, there is no forum like National Commission of Women. There is no National Commission of Men. We are trying, we have our own studies. We submitted, even our study was telecasted in Lok Sabha TV. How men are suffering in the domestic violence at the time of domestic violence law was made. All over world, it is gender neutral. The word was person. Initial draft of the Domestic Violence Act was gender neutral. But unfortunately, there is no forum who can represent the men. Such type of one-sided law has been passed, which that time itself I said it is unfair. It will destroy the disharmony in a society. For example, you are living in a home, forget about husband, wife, you or your brother. Now, your brother is having a red card by which he can term you an abuser, but you don't have even a yellow card. So what will happen? Definitely, yours and yours brother relationship and trust will destroy. And same thing is happened when you make a law where wife is having the red card, he can term the husband at any point of time as an abuser, and husband does not have a yellow card. And this situation, that definitely the trust is getting lost. And that is the situation. I said that day, crime will increase, divorce will increase, violence will increase. Then after 5 years, you will come and say, no, this law is not working, I need another law. So that is the basic frame of the lawmakers and those women activists. I also worked with them. I asked them, being a feminist, you guys taught me feminism means equality. Where is the equality? So the question is why main commission is not there. Number one, there is no political will, and men has been taken as a granted for their vote bank, and there is no enough studies and documented the main sufferings. Of late, 2005 onwards, when even people used to get afraid to term as a men right activist in our times. I am happy that today young generations are coming up. More and more people are working for the welfare of the men, because men are human too. So that is the reason we have our draft ready. We tried through various MPs as a private meal also, but unfortunately, due to political compulsion of the people and the lawmakers, still it is pending. Anyone interested to work on that is always welcome. Draft is ready with us. If any modification, anything is there, we are ready to join hands with them, whoever may be.
Okay, so we completely agree with whatever you said, and that's totally true that men are also human. And I feel it should not be about men, women, or transgender. It should always be about the human right. But in today's world, we see that the laws are gender biased, and there's a reason. No, today we often see this thing that the women, they knows that the law is biased towards them, and that is the reason that in the current scenario, we are observing this thing that women are filing false cases against their husband just to take revenge. And that's the reason now most of the men, they're getting afraid to get married. So do you think that this is the only solution to the problem, not getting married? What do you have to say about this thing?
See, if you see all over the world, what was the marriage 100 years, 200 years before, and what we define today marriage, the expectation and responsibility, it is of equal partnerships. In India, we also enter that space. Marriage means equal partnership. You see everywhere, all the women activists, all the means intellectual peoples trying to convince them. But the problem is, only by mouth you say equal partnership, and when your law says totally opposite.
Yes, true.
You take CRPC 125, maintenance law.
Yes.
There it says even a man have to maintain his divorced wife till she remarry or
Yes.
alive.
Yes.
There is a word, if a woman lived in adultery. This NCW changed the word live to living. See, simple word changing changed the total dynamics of the law. Now, a husband caught red-handed a woman in adultery, still the husband have to pay her, because she can easily say, okay, I was in adultery, but now I am not in adultery. It was lived, not living. So, what I am seeing, one hand you are saying the equal partnership of the marriage, whereas your law is reflecting man is a only protector and provider of the woman. So how it will be possible? Another example I am giving, people call about dowry, dowry, dowry. What is dowry? The biggest failure and unfair law they made. They made dowry. At the same time, they say stridhan. So at that time of marriage, everything is stridhan, that is the woman's right. When the dispute comes, everything became dowry. Another thing, when you make the law, you say dowry giving is an offense, taking is an offense. But till date, no one has been punished for giving the dowry. So a law you made, because you put a protection there, you cannot prosecute a person who filed a complaint for dowry giving. So when the lawmakers made, and this law made you around 50 years, you have not reviewed it, amended it. Unfairness, you have not removed it. Instead of that, after 5 years, you say, oh, this law is not working, dowry is still prevailing, make another law, 498A. Then 498 is not working, okay, you make DB Act. Now DB Act is not working, now you are saying, okay, property division law. That property division law is passed, you say, no, I want marital rape.
Yes.
So that is the process is going on, which I predicted in 2005. It is evident. But the thing is, as you say, what is the solution? If you see those countries are having such type of unfair law, even not like India, CRPC 125, no country all over the world have. 498, no country all over the have. Dowry Act, no country except few Bangladesh and Pakistan who copy our law. Nobody's have. There, a woman also brings something in the marriage. Men also something bring in the marriage. That is the equal partnership. When you are getting divorced, you have bring something. You have bring something. Take yours, and whatever you earn jointly, you take it. It is not like that. A man or woman, what he earned before marriage, other partner has the right, but India is like that. So in a such situation, you will be surprised. India should have zero marriage today. US, 40% people does not marry, and hardly 5 or 10% people continue their lifelong commitment. 95% one day they will get divorced. There is a lot of single childs are coming. They don't want to get married. I had been in Korea. Korea, even those pupils are married man. Married man is a, you can say, disgusting man, useless man. Their term, there is a dishwasher name, like in India, Ariel, Surf Excel. Those country, those are married men. This unmarried guys term them as a pom-pom man. Pom-pom is a famous dishwasher in the Korea. The thing is, they say this guy married a woman. This woman in his life, he was with the man who, in physical attraction, but at the time of marriage, she married to a man with the money, not for the love. So basically, this guy is like a detergent washing. So this, I am explaining this, try to understand why India pupils are marrying again. Because instead of so many restrictions, so many biasness, it is the kindness of the Indian men, they still getting married without expecting anything. If you look back the marriage system, it was not made for the welfare of the man. When there was no marriage system, a man can be today this woman, tomorrow will be another woman. He was free. It was the woman was suffering, children was suffering. So a civilized society, marriage was bring on so that a woman and child get a respectable life. And that is the reason when you get married, you are restricting the other person legally to have a relationship to the other person. Marriage is a commitment. Unfortunately, this also taken as a granted. My so much friend of ex-colleagues and activists, a man will get married, don't worry. Whatever law, they will not having option. But 2000 onwards, sorry, I think around 2005, I changed my stand. So that time the globalizations was coming. So present situation, those peoples are getting divorced. I am observing 70% are not getting married in Indian women. They may be getting married in Germany. They may be getting married in Nepal, Korea, UK, USA, Russia. Russia's famous feminist says on record, because she married an Indian man, Indian men are the most respectful, kind, and caring in a marriage relationship all over the world. There is a word in Bengali and Assam, I know, as long as your teeth is there, you don't value of the teeth. So that is happening. Now come to the second part of the unmarried men. As we see, around 10 to 15% men, as well as women, I am saying, they don't want to come in the marriage systems. Especially those are elite class men, I say, term it elite class men and elite class women. Or maybe they are getting up late 40, 45, because they don't believe in marriage system. They want India to be like US, UK, where the marriage rate should be lowest and hardly 5 or 10% should have a long-term commitment. But in India, more than 95%, I know even our parents, maybe our generations. But with the time, if something is going on like that, it is not corrected, definitely that young generations also will be discouraged to get married. See, the way suicide is increasing, the way your earning has been snatched away, the way in the marriages goes wrong, not only you are making your father, mother, brother, sisters life miserable. why I should take that risk? That is the reason in 2008 we taken a conscious decisions. Till the time in India, marriage related law, husband wife should not get replaced by the spouse, and marriage should be dissolved in a civilized way like other country, and marriage should be treated as an equal partnership on the law book, not by mouth. We are on marriage strike. So this marriage strike, maybe you guys are seeing today, it is going on since 2008. In our first national conference in Goa, all the NGOs representative working for the men taken that decisions. Okay, subsequently some may had not kept that commitment, but many guys are keeping their commitment. And today we are proved right. The young generation is joining us. So many guys call me, ask me, sir, tell me one reason why I should marry in India with Indian woman. Because law says, even my wife is working, I give her full liberty. Still, if anything is happened, I have to pay her. Why? So unfair law cannot bring the fairness in the society. It has to be decided by the lawmaker, society, intellectuals. We really need India to protect this marriage, or we want to go what the other countries is going on, where the marriage, first of all, is 50% people does not get married. Whoever get married, among that 70 to 80% get divorced. Overall, if you say hardly 5 or 10% people will be there who will be getting married once and continue for the life long. So the decision is yours. Lawmakers' responsibility. We can only guide. Present situation, our advice, we had the publications warning for Indian bachelors. Even when we met to late Sri Jetmalani ji, message is very simple. You have to be very, very, very careful before getting married in India with any woman. Just like you get a woman and simply you go for marriage, even you does not bother to check her basic background. Earlier, at least what used to happen, family used to decide. So at least know this family. But today's digital world, you are getting married with a Facebook, Jivanshati, Shadi.com. So don't take on face value anyone. And you have to be very careful, conscious decisions. Two good person does not mean they can be a husband and good wife. At the same time, two bad people also can be a good husband and wife. That is the beauty of the marriage. As I understand later, not in early age, which I can share, people used to think marriage means a very happy, rosy life. But practically, marriage is a battle of sacrifice.
True.
If you see those people's marriage are continuing, both are competing each others, how much I can sacrifice for you, how much you can sacrifice for me. Then only those marriages work. And those marriage, this is my right, this is your right. This situation comes, then the problem comes. And then as a catalyst, in our engineering language, in chemicals, laws are there, lawyers are there, police are there, activists are there to create the fuel to fire. And I'll tell you very funny thing I am telling you. Uh, whenever any person, husband and wife or boyfriend, they had some disputes, they go to someone, they express this we are facing, this we are facing. They will take you charges, and the one advice they will give, file the divorce, which a tea stall seller also can tell. Issue is here, men has to ask, which we train who come to us. Forget divorce. First tell me, Indian Constitution has given a right, Article 21, Article 14, equal protection and live and liberty for everyone. First tell me, and I have to ask, why my this constitution right had been violated. Okay, if you feel as a man we don't have these rights, remove from the constitution these rights. Let replace the word person to woman. Let in Article 14 you create like 15.3 you made Article 14.3. Then okay, but when constitution is saying, why you are violating? Constitution is above of any law. So these simple questions, as a those peoples are activists or the lawyer community, legal fraternity, even the MPs, we are trying to educate them because they always in also in the old fashions, their arguments are not going in that directions. We are not talking about the misuse of law. We are not talking about the we are not talking about the what is the loopholes in the law. We are simply asking what constitution is there, follow it. And I also go in further steps. Recently one MP I told, see, constitution makers make the constitutions with a purpose. Now, if you violating that constitutions and you interpret your own way, definitely there will be disharmony, there will be hate and violence. And you see, since 1980 onwards, you violated Article 14, Article 21, you make so many laws. Still you are crying, dowry is a problem, woman is getting abused, crime against woman is increasing. Why? Suppose that time you made the law, instead of man and woman, use the person and the spouse instead of husband and wife, then this situation should not have come. Then comes, had the law getting misused, inbuilt of the law, for the special law, you can give a clause, which we displayed in Shoaib Ilasi's movie. You guys can see, Shadi Daesh Gangster. At the end, we had given the solutions. When the law is getting abused, at the end of the trial, you have to take a decisions. Either you punish the person if found guilty, or if there is a benefit of doubt, you acquittal someone. And third category, you know this case has been filed, proved, fake, and you have to punish that time only. Not like you will file another case like CRPC 340, 182. These all are toothless. In a country like America, Singapore, even you simply lie, you would be in jail. So much strong perjury law. And here in court, we are seeing people are forging the ITR, hiding the bank details, hiding the working, hiding the jewelry bills. Still, they are not getting punished. So these are the issues we have to take care. Then only it will be there.
And I feel that one of the biggest reason why today we are not having gender neutral laws, or why 80% of the people they are not aware of such